In general, everyone thinks that the Duchess of Sussex and her daughter, Lilibeth Lily Diana, did not give birth herself but resorted to the services of a surrogate in both cases. But since the case was in the United States, where the rules of the British royal family do not apply, it is difficult to make a claim to these births. But things were different with Archie, who was born in Britain. There was too much fog surrounding his birth. Yes, and the rules of royal birth Meghan Markle and Prince Harry ignored, refusing, for example, to show the baby on the way out of the hospital or to publish Archie's birth certificate. Both were still done, but under pressure and a few days later against the deadlines set by the traditions of the British monarchy. And the photos and videos of the couple with Archie raised doubts as to whether the baby showed the public any sign of life. And in the published birth certificate of the firstborn Sussex was a series of errors. But the Daily Express, more than 3 years after Archie Harrison Mountbatten Windsor was born, states. Photo from the internet. Meghan Markle has fallen victim to gossip decades after the Queen rescinded an outdated birth confirmation protocol. Meghan found herself at the center of completely unfounded conspiracy theories shortly after the birth of her firstborn Archie Harrison. It was alleged that the Duchess of Sussex had used a surrogate to give birth to Archie and staged her pregnancy. All of this, Meghan later said, had a negative impact on her mental health. Recall that the confirmation of birth protocol was introduced into the British royal family in 1688 because of persistent public rumors that King James' wife, Mary Medina, was not actually pregnant. To confirm the legitimacy of the child's birth, the king invited 42 prominent public figures to witness the birth of his son James Francis Edward at St. James' Palace. Despite the presence of 42 witnesses, the child's birth still raised questions and doubts. There were rumors that the baby had been smuggled into the bedroom in a heating pad or slipped into Maria Medina's bed through a secret door in the headboard of the bed. And the rumors seemed to prevail as they cast doubt on the legitimacy of the child's birth, and James Francis never became king. In fact, Mary of England, the eldest daughter of King James, and her husband William of England, also commonly known as William of Orange, seized the throne in the year James Francis Edward was born. This year later became known as the Year of the Glorious Revolution. The future Queen Elizabeth refused to follow the outdated confirmation of birth protocol before Prince Charles was born. Photo from the internet. Professor Mary Fissel, who specializes in medical history, described the birth of King James and Mary Medina's son as the first media circus around a royal birth. But after this precedent, government officials continued to attend royal births to make sure and confirm that the child emerged from the mother's womb. Usually the Secretary of the Interior was present at royal births, as well as the Archbishop of Canterbury, and royal babies were born at home. The custom of confirmation of birth was not abolished until 1948. But on the eve of Prince Charles's birth, the future Queen Elizabeth refused to abide by the outdated rule and paved the way for more privacy and trust for royal mothers. However, despite the Queen's desire to respect the privacy of royal mothers, the Daily Express reports, Meghan has fallen victim, as in the past, to unscrupulous internet trolls questioning her pregnancy, returning to the tradition of 17th-century gossip. Anyway, it's all Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth's fault. Had she not refused to observe tradition in 1948, she would have had the Home Secretary and the Archbishop of Canterbury standing at the bedside when Archie Harrison of Mountbatten Windsor was born in 2019, and she would certainly have said that the baby came from the womb of Mother Meghan, Prince Harry's lawful wedded wife. However, it is possible that in this scenario, the Sussexes would still be childless to this day or would only become parents after moving to the United States.